Pay close attention to the mannequin's eyes. This human body mannequin has existed in this building since the 1950s. Over the years, countless beautiful female models became a part of her, and afterward those models turned into ghosts, haunting this floor for a long time. Now the mannequin has set its sights on several female protagonists once again. Here's what happened. Liana and her older sister Sophia rented this place, planning to turn the entire floor into a fashion design studio to fulfill their dreams. During the day, the sisters invited friends over to decorate the space, but they didn't notice any movement from the old worn-out mannequin at the beginning. Sure enough, something went wrong that very night, when only Sophia was there alone. At night, when you're alone in such a large space inside a whole building, you suddenly hear the sound of high heels coming from downstairs. The radio starts emitting static, and then a monster crawls up from the stairwell. What would you do? The next day, Liana discovered her sister lying in a pool of blood. After a police investigation, it was ruled a suicide. The incident dealt Liana a devastating blow, and she disappeared from her friend's sight. A year later, she returned to the entrance of the building, intending to rent the place again and complete her sister's dream of becoming a fashion designer. The interior was completely empty except for that eerie mannequin, which was still there. If it were me, I would have had the bald caretaker next to it haul it away long ago, but Liana actually seemed quite fond of the thing. Sure enough, at dusk, the mannequin's eyes began to move again. Liana, who had been sleeping nearby, was awakened by strange noise. When she came out to look, she saw her sister appear before her like a ghost, as if warning her that this place was dangerous. At that moment, a blood-covered man appeared behind Liana. The next day, a patch of red marks suddenly appeared on her neck, as if she had been marked. At this point, two close friends heard that Liana was back and came to see her. The black-haired Asian woman was Nadine, and the blonde was Heather. While the three of them were chatting, they mentioned Liana's sister. Heather noticed that Liana still hadn't gotten over the incident and decided to stay with her. But in the middle of the night, while Heather was fast asleep, black liquid suddenly dripped onto her forehead. The instant she opened her eyes, she found a monster staring at her. Heather touched her forehead and realized it was an illusion. She was about to go get a glass of water to calm herself, but then there was movement behind her. When she turned around, a monster that looked like it had drunk too much ink was staring at her. Heather's eyes began spinning, and she collapsed onto the floor. Fortunately, Liana woke up in time. Only after Liana called out to her did Heather's eyes return to normal. Realizing the building wasn't safe, once Heather recovered, Nadine suggested they stay at her place temporarily. After a bunch of pointless chatter, Nadine went to the bathroom to admire her beautiful legs. She discovered a patch of red marks on her thigh, identical to Liana's. It seemed Liana had passed the misfortune on to Nadine as well. After Nadine fell asleep, the ghost indeed came looking for her. Possessed, Nadine stood in the kitchen, using a knife to cut her own flesh. Heather shouted at her a couple of times, but not only did Nadine fail to come to her senses, she instead picked up the knife and chased after Heather. When Heather locked her in a room, Nadine turned around and went into the kitchen, putting her hand into the sink. Sent to the hospital, Nadine lost a finger. However, she believed she had merely been sleepwalking and didn't believe in any ghosts. At this point, Liana decided to call her ex-boyfriend for help. His name was Pete, an internet influencer who researched the supernatural. After investigating the building's history, Pete learned that in the 1920s the house belonged to a family named Draven and had a history of over 100 years. The building had long been used for photography, and within the family there was a perverted photographer named Jack, who frequently invited models there for photo shoots.